Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Put my knee up on her neck. I went George Floyd.
Put a knee up on his neck. I do George. That's some weak ass shit, Yachty. But let somebody die in your family. We gonna do a whole skit about it and see how funny it is, bro. Cut that shit out, man. It's only you whack Sambo ass that do shit like that.
Put my knee up on her neck. I went George Floyd.
Yo. Hey, man. Guys, make sure check it, man. Hey, listen. Guys, make sure you like, download, subscribe to the channel. As you can see, Steven Jackson's not happy with what just happened with Lil Yachty saying put his knee up on her neck. He went George Floyd. Now, in case you're not or attached or you're a detached person from what went on with the George Floyd movement, that's a no-no. People are very sensitive when it comes down to loved ones that's done passed away. And when you're big as Lil Yachty and you say something like that, it'll end up coming back on you, man. And the way George Floyd was killed and the way he was done, and the people that love him not gonna go for that. So of course they're gonna speak out. Steven Jackson has been speaking out on this subject ever since it happened. You know the situation. You've seen this coming a mile away if you really just pay attention, because he's always spoke real openly about George Floyd, his partner, and he don't appreciate you speaking down on his partner. And I don't think Lil Yachty was even thinking about it. These young folks, they say stuff and do stuff sometimes just for the moment, just to get a moment. And it's just not a good thing, man. This internet sometimes can take things a whole different way, man. You find yourself up on the screen. Me, I've been a victim of it. People, they don't think before they do stuff. You can't never take this stuff back down. So you got to be very careful how you use your words on this internet. A lot of people get upset, come for you just because they feel like they can, or because it's going to give them a moment. And sometimes that moment can go overboard and then spill off the internet. So you got to be very careful when you use certain people's names and faces and putting them up here. And if you don't really know who that person is or what can happen with doing that. So with that being said, when I heard the song, when I heard him doing the freestyle, when he was twitching, I knew that it was going to be some mess behind it. I knew that somebody was going to speak out. And I knew it was probably going to be Steven Jackson. Like I said, I'm a big fan of their podcast. And like if you go watch him, he spoke on it and he was like, hey man, I got a lot of other stuff going on, but I'm going to stop and speak on this, because I'm not going to let you just speak on my partner like that. And I know his family watching, and I know his family love him, and I love him. And you know how he went out of here. So to put my knee up on her neck ain't rolling for us. So that's anybody. And then he goes on to say, we're going to do skits on your family. Let somebody die in your family. And Steven is upset about that, because it's a retaliation is a must type deal, because he feel like, you shouldn't have said this about me. But we got to figure out a way we got to do things in a way that got to be a little bit more cordial, respectful than that. Stephen Stephen Smith is he's like, I'm clapping back, and you can't blame him because of everything that went on with this thing, where the knee was put on his neck, and that's just not. It's just a very sensitive subject to play about. And like I said, the biggest thing is that you got to understand, man, this stuff, my grandma and them used to say, if you stir up shit, it stink. So when you start stirring the pot and something, anything you do, if you go over that mess with it, it throws some type of smell. You got to be careful on what you do, man, out here. Now, if you run around here and you know this is going to happen, I guess you just be able to stand on that when you see these people. This thing is in public now, to where these guys may not never even resolve this issue, or they could. I would hope that they could, because I don't know, Lil Yachty, I mean, I know he's seen what was going on with George Floyd. Is it that he just don't give a damn, or it was that much of a thing where he had to get a moment with saying this? I just thought it was very, very unlike him. I ain't seen him saying stuff. Lil Yachty usually ain't on it like this. I never seen him jump off the boat and just say something. But man, like I said, that knee up on my neck was a whole situation, man, that had America protesting and people's lives stopped for a halt in the middle of a situation with COVID, where people was forced to watch something so horrific. It was so horrifying to watch that man die right in the front of us with a knee planted in his neck. And for him to come back now and play with it, I think it's crazy, man. Like I said, to just show you the time we in on this internet, everybody want to get a moment. Everybody want to get kudos for doing something. Whether it's fighting, it's always, and they think the negativity is what stimulates everything, and it's really not. You know, if you're a good speaker, if you know how to handle yourself, you'll be just fine. You know, for as if you're a talent. But so many people think that if they can say something, the worst thing they can say, the most craziest thing they can say, can get them the most visuals and views they can get. But I'm telling you right now, all views ain't good views like all money ain't good money. All views ain't good views like all money ain't good money. I know people say slow money beat no money, and I agree. But all views ain't good views. There's a lot of people that have wanted to come on Boss Talk 101. A lot of people want to rock out with Boss Talk 101. That would have gave me crazy views. But I opt, out of respect for me and my show, not to even bring them on the show. So why am I saying that? Because all views ain't good views, man. All comments, all this stuff is stuff that you're saying and trying to get a moment and trying to get back to that place. It's just like a person who gets drunk or high, trying to get back to that high. I went viral on this, I'm gonna say this now, I'm gonna say that, until you finally look around and say something that you can't come back from, that a person ain't gonna let you make it on. So all views ain't good views, like all money ain't good money. Y'all gotta get in the comments and let me know y'all agree with that. Is all views good views? Everything, you can say anything on here and it's all right. Put my knee up on her neck, I went George Floyd. Is that really a thing that we should be putting out here after this man died like he did? Lil Yachty, you got to tell me something. And Steve, I know, Steven, you're upset about it. But at the end of the day, man, he a younger dude. Maybe you could say something to him, maybe to switch it up for him. Hey, man, maybe somebody from his camp can reach out to your camp and try to figure this thing out in a better way. Because maybe, I'm not going to say he wasn't educated on what happened, but maybe you can pull him up. I don't know. But I do feel you, because that's your partner, and everything, and everybody's seen how he went out. But it's crazy, man, because like I said, some stuff you just don't need to say. And I hate Lil Yachty even done this, because at the end of the day, I'm a person who listened to Lil Yachty and respected his movement. And it's just tough to see when these boys, they try to do something to jump out the window to get these moments, man. Whether it be for a freestyle, whether it be for a podcast, a Twitching event where you're streaming, whatever it is, man, watch your mouth, man, because you never know what you're going to have to stand on when you see people that love these people that you're talking about. Watch your mouth, because you don't never know, man. But I'm telling you right now, that put my knee up on the neck, I went George Floyd and all that. Hey, man, watch how hey, y'all get in the comments, tell me y'all cool with that. I don't know. Am I going too far? Get in the comments, let me know. Is y'all cool with what Lil Yachty said about George Floyd? Let me know what y'all think in the comments, because I'm trying to understand how you youngsters is going at this. Like I said, when somebody passed away in the way he did, some things may not need to be said, bro. So get in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. I just seen this and said, man, let me think. Man, I'm going to go and say something about it because, you know, this year is crazy. And you never seen this stuff being done the way youngsters do on the dead's name now. And everybody's playing with everybody's, no respect. Everybody's playing with everybody's life, death, moments, trying to figure things out, which is crazy to me. Guys, I don't get it. I don't understand it. Maybe I'm just getting old. Maybe I'm just getting old, but I just don't understand that type of thing, man. I don't get it. But get in the comments. Let me know what you think. Maybe I'm throwed off on it. Put my knee up on the neck. I went George Floyd. Let me know what you think about that statement. And is this something? Maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm getting older or something. I don't know. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. And if you're still watching, also download the Boss Talk 101 app. Subscribe on the YouTube channel and all our streaming platforms, my Facebook, all the stuff we own. But at any rate, man, if you're still watching, Derrick Groves pretty much on the run and then disappeared. Ghost. Watch what was said about that. Me and OG went in. Boss Talk 101 review.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.